Hello, and welcome to GE Fun Facts Online. Today, we're diving into a topic that feels straight out of a disaster movie, but is a very real part of our modern world. Imagine you get an alert on your phone, "Evacuate now," or maybe it says, "Shelter in place." What happens next? It's not just chaos. Behind the scenes, a massive, complex, logistical operation swings into action. Today, we're peeling back the curtain on the incredible science and strategy behind mass evacuations and shelter-in-place orders. The first and most critical decision for emergency managers is move or stay. It all depends on the threat. If a hurricane or a massive wildfire is rolling in, a predictable, location-based danger, getting people out of the way is the top priority. That's a mass evacuation. But what if there's a sudden chemical spill or a pandemic? In those cases, moving thousands of people might be far more dangerous than having them stay put. That's when a shelter-in-place order is issued. Two very different scenarios, with two completely different logistical playbooks. Let's talk about the mass exodus first. Getting an entire population to move safely is a logistical marvel. The first step? Communication. And it has to be perfect. Authorities use everything from emergency alerts on your phone to TV and radio broadcasts. The key is clear: consistent messaging from a single, trusted source. Studies show that when evacuation orders are mandatory and tied to specific zones and times, way more people actually leave. It's not just about blasting a message. It's about reaching everyone, including using community groups to translate for non-English speakers, or even going door to door. Next comes transportation. How do you avoid turning every highway into a parking lot? Planners use staged evacuations, telling different zones to leave at different times. They can even implement something called contraflow, where they reverse traffic on one side of a major highway so all lanes are heading away from the danger. It's a game changer for traffic flow but requires insane coordination. And what about people without cars? Plans must include public buses and partnerships with private companies to ensure the elderly, the sick, and low-income families aren't left behind. Finally, an evacuation isn't over until everyone is safe. That means shelters. These are often set up in schools or community centers, and they need to be stocked with cots, blankets, food, water, and medical supplies. And planners have to think ahead, pre-positioning these supplies in strategic locations long before a disaster hits. Now, let's flip the coin to sheltering in place. It sounds simpler, right? Just stay home. But it creates its own set of massive logistical puzzles. The biggest one? The supply chain. When everyone is confined, the normal flow of goods gets completely disrupted. Remember the great toilet paper and hand sanitizer shortage of 2020? That happened because supply chains, built on a just-in-time model, couldn't handle the sudden, massive surge in demand. This has forced governments and businesses to rethink everything, focusing more on stockpiling essential goods and having backup suppliers. It's also crucial to protect the workers who keep our lights on, our water running, and our internet connected so they can do their jobs safely. We've learned these lessons the hard way. The response to Hurricane Katrina in 2005 was a wake-up call. It highlighted tragic failures, where a lack of transportation and poor communication left the most vulnerable populations stranded. More recently, the COVID-19 pandemic was the largest shelter-in-place event in human history. It exposed just how fragile our global supply chains are and underscored the importance of resilience and flexibility. So, what does the future of crisis management look like? It's all about technology. Artificial intelligence and predictive analytics can now help forecast a disaster's path, optimize evacuation routes, and even identify which populations are most at risk. Drones are being used for everything from assessing damage in hard-to-reach areas to delivering medical supplies. And of course, mass notification systems and social media have become essential tools for getting real-time information out to the public and for hearing back from them. In the end, whether it's a mass evacuation or a shelter-in-place order, The logistics are the invisible but absolutely essential backbone of our community's resilience. It's a complex dance of communication, transportation, and resource management. As our world faces increasingly complex threats, investing in smart planning and innovative technology isn't just a good idea, it's what will save lives. Thanks for tuning in to Fun Facts Online. Stay curious and stay safe.